Hello and welcome to another late night evening of slow truck driving around Europe. We're here again to keep building the Badger haulage empire and also to try and finish the Goodyear challenges before the deadline, which is Sunday at 1 minute to midnight, which will be tomorrow. So I've managed to do 3 out of 10. I need to do another 7 Goodyear deliveries. So I'm hoping to get at least a few done in the next hour or two, and then see where we can go from there. The good news is I'm not actually having time to spend any money on anything. So I'm almost getting close to being able to pay off my first loan, which would be nice. But enough chat. We've got Goodyear deliveries to do. So for that, actually it's probably quicker through the main menu. There we go. Browse contracts. I can't remember where I am. Where am I? Metz. So we've got Metz to Toulouse. That's 26 grand. Are there any shorter ones maybe? Metz to Le Havre. I've been there though. Metz to Bourges. See, I'd really like to be heading north, annoyingly, because it would be quite nice to actually head up towards Germany, Scandinavia, and finally experience the Scandinavian DLC, but it would appear that Euro Truck Simulator does not want me to do that. So, screw it, we're going to Toulouse. Because why not? And just before I head off, I just need to check everything is working. Fire up the truck. Windscreen wipers, yep. Parking brake. Make sure my lights are on for a change. And then fire up the Twitch app just in case anyone happens to be chatting, because I don't have a second screen yet. Because I am cheap. So, let's put that out of the way. One thing I did mean to do was actually change the settings actually on my phone, because last night I did crash a few times. Hopefully it should stay active a bit longer tonight, so slightly less issue there hopefully. Right, let's see if I can figure out where I'm going. Oh, you can't be tied already, you useless driver. Right, well that's handy. I don't have to go far to pick up my trailer. So it'll be pick this up, go to a rest stop, quick nap, and then off to Toulouse. A place about which I know absolutely naffle. Hopefully at some point I'll actually drive one of the places I actually know something about, so I can come up with interesting and witty anecdotes. But until then, you're stuck. Right, off we go. So the first thing I need to do is find somewhere where I can park up that has enough space for me to actually get the truck in and the trailer without destroying anything. And having not really explored Metz, I don't know where the best option is going to be, because there's some over here. Because there was the one... Is that one going... Yeah. See, I'm a bit worried that these ones are going to be around the back of buildings, or similar awkward ones where I'm going to try and park up and end up spending about 2 days trying to reverse in and out again. It's always a bit of a gamble, you know. But I also can't risk driving for much longer without getting fined. So I don't really want to try and head for motorway services, just in case it goes horribly wrong. So this has a sign. If I just pull up here, is it going to let me stop? Ta-dunk, ta-dunk. Come on. Okay, that hasn't worked. Brilliant. And now I'm reversing with a trailer. Even better. This was kind of the opposite of what I wanted to do, really. I also can't see if anything's coming down the road. Oh good, I've got a sleeping fence. Thank you, Euro truck. Right. There's one up here. I'm going in there. Stop yawning. It's been like 2 minutes. I get the feeling I'm going to get quite irritated by the need to rest, because if you're just doing things like quick jobs, that basically resets your rest, so you don't have to really worry about it. Right, there's a hotel over there. Aim for the hotel. Come on people, I'm sleepy, get out of the way. Come on, move, ignore the red light. If it was in the UK, in one of the cities I know in the game, I would be able to say which one would actually make sense for stopping in. Right, hotels, they're alright. Into the hotel, please. Yes, I know I'm getting tired. Hence why I'm flying in here so quickly. Right, I'm going to go straight in and then worry about reversing when I've slept so I don't get any more fines. Stop! Right stick. Rest. Right, we have rested. Thank the holy lord of trucking. And now I just need to figure out how to reverse out of here without destroying everything for a 5-mile radius. Right. I can't actually see behind me very well. That looks more like a path than a road going around this little island a bit. But let's give it a try. Oh, it might just... It's a bit narrow, but... Sorry, might have just wrecked your lawn there, hotel people. But better than wrecking your building, so, you know. Might even try second gear now. Okay. We're all sorted, everything's in order, we're off to Toulouse. Which is approximately 561 miles, and should take us 12 hours and 37 minutes. Why are you stopping there? Why? There's literally nothing on the road. So this is all looking very pretty. I may regret taking such a long journey when I'm trying to rattle through the Goodyear deliveries, but at least the view is very nice. I probably shouldn't be driving in the hard shoulder while I admire the view. Right, so let's check. Ooh, stay in the lane. So we've got plenty of distance to cover. Next rest stop is in 10... Oh, so the rest stop... Oh. I'm estimating to do 12 hours and 17 minutes. I'm going to need to rest in 10 hours. Oh, what are you doing? That's going to be tricky. Because I can't actually make it in the time I have available. And what is going on with the AI? I don't understand what's happening. Everyone seems to be stopping for picnics in the middle of the motorway, which isn't available. That's what I wanted to check as well. I need to fix my truck. Should have remembered that. Note to self, fix all damage before I stop streaming for the night. Right. So, we need to try and get to Toulouse in less time than it's estimated to try and avoid getting done for not resting. Or accept that the job's going to be a little bit late. And fix the truck. And then do another 6 jobs between now and tomorrow night. So not much then. Easy. I'm also beginning to think the damage to the truck is actually affecting it a little bit. I know obviously, you know, when you have serious damage you can tell, and then you get engine malfunction warnings and all sorts happening. And I know that if it's, you know, kind of 1 or 2% damage, it doesn't make much difference. It's actually kind of noticeable, but it seems like around the 5-6 mark it might start to actually be affecting the truck enough that I can feel it a little bit in terms of acceleration and how the truck's behaving, so that will make things interesting. Oh, that's a really awkward T-junction. Right, nothing coming that way. There's going to be a péage on this road. Crikey. I thought they were only mainly on like the dual carriageways and motorways. I didn't think they'd have one on this little windy bit. Of course, having just said that my truck appears to be getting to the stage where the damage is taking its toll, the idea of windy uphill sections is not particularly good timing. Cart for... Hang on, that's got a green... Oh god. Right, so that's cards. Is that where I'm meant to be going? Okay. For some reason I thought I was going to be like the lane for people with like season tickets, and the other green block was actually coming the other way, which threw me for a second. Well, at least I've got plenty of fuel after filling up yesterday. Right turn. Yeah, see, small single lane carriageway, not what I need right now. What I really want is like a 4-lane motorway with no speed restrictions, roadworks or hiccups at all in any way, shape or fashion. Instead I appear to be going into the middle of nowhere. Right. Bourget. we going through the town? Oh, this is rather lovely. It's like I'm driving into Narnia. I like the rock face as well. That's something a bit different. Feels like I'm actually exploring now. As well as speeding a bit. Slow down, slow down, slow. Oh, that's a sharp bend warning, isn't it? That's not good. I'm torn now between wanting this to be as quick as possible and it being boring and, wow, a viaduct and everything. And the fact that actually sharp bends and tricky roads and things are the fun bits. I think I'm just going to have to stop worrying about time and just enjoy it. Whoa! That is seriously cool. Wow. That's a mighty big bridge. Although it does do a weird vanishing trick in my mirrors at the moment. Whee! This is definitely the sort of drive I'd actually like to do in real life, just peeling along, enjoying the countryside. Stopping for a baguette somewhere. Oh, I bet that was a really exciting sign that I can't see because it's the people going in the opposite direction. They've actually got little lay-by rest stops and everything here. How nice. I will have to remember that. Oh, nice little level crossing. There's some like that near where I grew up, which always made me remember, is it in Martra? It's a racetrack that used to be used for the Swedish or Finnish Grand Prix. Actually had level crossings across the racetrack, which I think is particularly impressive. Like, you wouldn't expect to have like a motorcycle Grand Prix and then come around a corner and find a level crossings on the circuit. What? I was doing... How slow is the speed limit here? Oh. Bugger. 19 mile an hour. Well, that's new. I think those cows can go faster than I can here. Right, note to self. French villages, 19 mile an hour. I suppose the good thing is, I'm learning this in Euro Truck, so that if I actually do go there in real life, I won't get as caught out. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. hopefully at some point I'll have untangled my headphone cable, which is currently the thing distracting me. But every time I stick on cruise control, I then end up hitting a speed limit or getting a speeding fine before I can actually sort anything out. Oh, level crossing again. Some kind of church, shrine thing. Don't really get a chance to look. Taking a racing line through there. This is really annoying me now. I think it was Imatra the Finnish GP. I think that had the level crossing, but I will have to Google that later. Because I think it was Imatra had the level crossing possibly, and then was it Anderstorp? Was this Swedish one, which was actually a runway that was still in use. So 1 week you'd be racing on it, and then immediately afterwards planes would be using it again. But I might have got it completely around the wrong way. Oh, merci for not speeding. Oh, now I'm going the wrong way. Because I can't go that way, I need to go this way. I do love these tree-lined roads though. Oh, that's gonna cause a bit of blockage. Hopefully no one's coming the other way. Oh, yeah, you made a mess of that. It's like a chicane, this bit. Tennis courts. Oh, I can't go down the dirt track. Be nice. See, why can't I go and rest there? Go down the dirt track, park up by the river. Feed some ducks. I think if I'm going to rely on cruise control more, I might actually have to adjust the tolerance, because in the options you can set the cruise control to stay exactly on what it's meant to, or go a couple of miles either way, which is what I've left it on so far, because normally it's a case of just tootling along the motorway, and obviously there's large stretches that don't have speed cameras in this game, and as long as you're within a couple of miles of the speed limit, the police aren't worried, so it's normally fairly safe. But when you're scooting around the French lanes and there's a combination of police speed cameras and 19-mile-an-hour speed limits, I might need to be a bit more on the ball and accurate. See, there we go. Paid attention, saw the speed limit, reduced my speed before it changed. I'm no longer being garroted by a headphone cable. I don't want to go to Paris or Dijon. I'm going straight to Toulouse. I need to remember that I'm playing Euro Truck and not a racing game, because it's just built into me. If I'm playing any game that involves driving, I need to take the fastest racing line for every corner. Which, you know, is fine when there isn't a large lorry coming the other way, but could cause some issues. Right, so we've got 8 hours, and next rest stop, 6 hours. How long have I got left on the job? 14:33, okay. So I should have enough time to get a quick kit and still make it. I'm going to leave it until I'm a bit closer, because I've still got another 360 odd miles to go. And while it's nice and sunny, I might as well enjoy the view, and then when it starts to get dark I might actually look for somewhere to stop. Seems to make sense. could look on the world map to see where I'm going, but that's just going to slow me down on this Goodyear challenge, so I'm sure there'll be a rest stop when I need one. And hopefully the 2 miles an hour that I'm going over the limit will make up loads of time. If I can do that for the next 7 hours, that's a 14-mile increase that I've made. Oh, I don't want to get stuck behind anyone. Haven't got time for this. Oh, ooh, there's a little sandbank in the middle there. Oh, it's definitely starting to get darker. Increase the speed as we approach the sharp bends. Drop it down to 11th gear, give me a bit more revs, just in case I do have to try and get around this lot in front. See, I don't really want to be doing anything risky, but I also don't want to have to slow down for any reason. Especially not as I'm hoping there's not too many speed cameras in along... Oh. I had to say it, didn't I? Literally as I say it, a speed warning thing comes up. Right, so you're turning off. Good. Which means this person should be able to go faster. Should be able to go faster. You can go faster now, there's no lorry there. Go on. Floor it. There you go. More flooring it. Come on. Alley, alley. To the alley. Unfortunately my French is somewhat limited, having not actually learned any for about the past 20 years. Last time I went I knew enough to be able to order meals, buy cigarettes, because at the time I was a smoker, and that was about it. To be fair, I didn't really need anything else. As long as you can eat and drink, then you're going to survive long enough to be able to figure out anything else that you need. Come on, don't slow down. It's only a corner, race around it, come on. There we go. Keep expecting like deer and squirrels and things in these woods, they're lovely. Definitely a nice change. Right, so what's the speed limit going to be in Bourget? Give me another 19 mile an hour on. Right. See, I'm learning. Stamp on the brakes. Oh. Renault truck dealer discovered. Need some more options when I'm increasing my fleet. And a bit more variation in the house design and things as well, which is quite nice. Right, so we've got a right turn coming up and then another lovely péage sign. Definitely some nice houses around here. Okay, so I need to go through here, then turn right into whatever that road is. Okay. I'm determined not to get lost today. No adding on bits to my journey. I really can't. Thank you. I really can't face accidentally adding on a few hours to this one. So I'm heading towards Paris? Really? Okay. Ooh. There's just some rubbish dumped in the road. How disgusting. Who left that there? All this lovely scenery, and what happens? You find a load of old bin bags and boxes dumped in the middle of the road. Right, let's get up to speed. Whack on the cruise control. Take a look at the map. So we're coming up here, turning left. And what have I got? 4 hours, 6 minutes. Okay. Probably going to stop at the next rest stop, I think. Because I really don't want to get hit with any more fines for not sleeping at the right time. Ah, here we go. So we're going to have to Limoges. Limoges? Yeah, there's a reason why I stopped doing French after A level. The pronunciation. Other people will say it and it sounds like the language of love. I say it and I sound like someone from Kent pronouncing French badly. Oh look, it's a péage. My main memory of actually using them is riding motorbikes and basically having to stop and fumble for tickets and change every few miles. And that horrible thing of riding motorbikes where you have to take off your gloves to be able to get in your pockets, and then after you've paid you go through the barrier and then have to park up and spend another 15 minutes fumbling around to get your gloves and everything sorted again. Well, I seem to remember last time I did it, it was in the rain as well, so obviously every time I was having to stop and fumble with gloves and crash helmets and things, it meant getting wet. Is that actually on fire? Is that literally burning in front of us? Oh crikey, it is. Right, don't slow down, coach. Coach, don't slow down. That is literally an explosion hazard. Holy moly. Yeah, obviously, you know, if I thought I could stop and help I would, but I'm not slowing down to drive past rubbernecking a large chemical container that's on fire. That just seems like a bad choice. There's not going to be a rest stop, is there? I can already see this being like the longest stretch of road in the world without a rest stop just when I need one. 3 hours. It's got to be one in the next 3 hours, come on. Bordeaux. Limoges. don't think I've seen a polar fish truck before. Now I get to do the thing that car drivers hate. Overtake at a difference of 0.001 mile an hour. But sadly, I can't actually go any faster. Cool giant helter-skelter over there to the left. That's fun. It'd really be helpful actually if in Euro Truck Simulator they let the AI do the thing of flashing the lights when your trailer's gone past. Oh, I see a rest stop coming up. Air de Boismonde. My accent is getting worse. Sadly it would appear that I'm destined to only ever pronounce French like I'm in some kind of old comedy show. Okay, oh god. Yeah, I just want the parking. Come on, where's the parking? Ooh, there's actually a proper, like, restaurant and everything. I have a steak and frites in a minute. Right, parking, nice big space. That's what I wanted. Put the parking brake on, rest. Warning. Can't actually, like, there's no physical way of seeing, so I hope nothing's coming. And we're off. Back on the motorway. Just lost 4 hours to go, lost a couple hundred miles. And that will give us, what, 98,000 euros, depending on if I make it before lunchtime. It's going to be close. I think the next loan payment might have gone out by the time I get the money, which means I can't pay off the 100,000 loan yet. Will probably mean I'll have to do one more job before I can actually pay it off. Which is a little irritating, but I'm definitely looking forward to reducing my debts so that all the money I make goes to buying new stuff. Although, I think in some ways that will reduce the challenge quite a bit as well. Because knowing that I can just basically sit there and the money will accrue from my drivers and things is going to mean that eventually I'll get new garages and more drivers and everything else. It's just more of a matter of time unless there's other things that happen in the game that I don't know about. Limoges Sud. Well, I don't need Limoges Sud, I don't need Limoges Nord. What I need is Toulouse. Not just the one toilet, but Toulouse. And Montpellier. Lots of places that I know the names from encountering them for various reasons, but I've never actually had a chance to go to yet. See, other people, when they go away, go to nice, warm, sunny places. When I get to go away, it's normally somewhere that's actually colder than where I live. When I lived in America, I lived near Seattle, and happened to go in one of the coldest winters ever recorded. When I had family abroad and I went to visit them, where did I go? Sweden, in winter for Christmas. You know, other people pack bikinis for holidays or swimming trunks. What do I pick? Ski jackets and thermal underwear. I mean, to be fair, I quite like cooler weather anyway, so I tend to not be the sort of person that can sit around all day getting a suntan, because I just get bored. I need to be doing something. And if I'm reading a book, then I'd rather sit in a nice cosy armchair than sit on a sun lounger somewhere slowly melting. You know, give me a nice library kind of in my house with rows and rows of books and a nice leather armchair and a glass of something alcoholic, and yeah, that's fine. That's how you should read books. Not by a swimming pool full of shrieking kids surrounded by people getting hammered. That's just distracting. Alright, we're almost down to the last 100 miles. Oh, Toulouse is on the signs. It's always reassuring. And the good thing is there shouldn't be too much traffic at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. I'm going to come around the corner, there'll be a traffic jam now. Or just a load of lorries pulling out. Right. Here you go, lads. I've just had a very weird realisation that I've played this game for a long time now. Oh, helicopter flying past. And, you know, I've obviously realised that I don't have any hands on the steering wheel. But it's kind of weird to look straight down and realise I have no legs or body. I do have incredibly clean floor mats though. I've never seen a floor mat that clean in any vehicle ever. It's incredible. I mean, that may just be because since I became a parent, every surface in my car is covered with old sweets. But, you know. No vehicle has ever been used and then has a floor mat like that. No way. Ooh, this looks like a big bridge. probably a quite nice view as well, I would imagine. Yep. Can't really admire it as much as I'd like, because I need to actually not plough into the back of this. Oh, that's nice. Volvo. Sorry. Generic estate car of undetermined brand. What the colour is called? Scout. I think are the kind of ones that have a logo that's not entirely dissimilar to Skoda. Might be an Octavia. The Octavia estate. Should know, my parents had one for ages. RS, obviously. Well, we've had bridges. I had a tunnel in a while, but I suspect that's about to change. Noise doesn't sound as different out of tunnel as it does in real life, sadly. Everyone knows that the point of tunnels is to go in with something with a loud exhaust and then rev the nuts off it. And we're into the last hour, 42 miles. So this was about, what was it, a 12-hour delivery journey, and it's taken me about an hour in real time, I think. Not including however long it takes me to actually park at the end of all of this. Right, so Toulouse on the left-hand side. Nice and early so I don't take the wrong turning, as is my normal habit. Actually going to slow down and advance this bend as well, because I'm reaching that end of journey stage where it's so easy to start relaxing and accidentally plough into a barrier. It's particularly annoying when you've been driving for 12 hours, then muck it up in the last handful of miles. Presumably this will be the last stretch of motorway as well, and I finally get to see the wonders of Toulouse. That's a lot of logs. I was thinking about pulling out there. Glad I checked. Oh, it's a péage. Now, do I want the peripheric exterior? Don't know. Find out in a minute. €59. Driving along there cost me €59. Any more and I'd expect my own private lane. Yeah, I had a feeling you were just going to drive into my blind spot, sir. This is a little bit interesting. Right, Montpellier. is this way. Just paranoid about taking a wrong turning now. And also having that little bit of kind of weird bridge over the top makes the map slightly more confusing than it needs to be. Okay, 70 speed limit, which is 43 miles per hour. I've discovered Toulouse, I just need to find out where to leave this trailer now. Get off the peripheric exterior. Which does sound a lot cooler than Ring Road. Oh, the end is near. And now we deliver the final curtain cider. Right, get over before that guy decides to get in my way. I'm looking forward to parking up now, fixing my truck, and also scratching my nose, which is really itching now, all of a sudden. I must sense that the parking spot is near. My spider sense is tingling. Okay, fortunately that lorry decided to stop. Oh, don't take away the GPS now, you stupid thing. All the time is to suddenly lose the sat-nav. That was not ideal. But luckily we got away with it. Right. Quite a complex little industrial estate, this. Hopefully they'll let me in. There you go. Unfortunately I now have to stop right in the middle of your barriers for a bit. Okay, so what's going to be the best way of doing this? Right, so someone has annoyingly put a truck right in the way. So I am going to have to try and reverse this. Even more annoyingly, I'm doing it left hand side rather than right. So that's going to be interesting. Come on, look out. Okay. So back-D. Of all the kind of self-imposed rules that I put on this, trying to do this in the in-truck view, I think possibly ranks as the most insane. Especially not having the other mirror on, so every time I want to look I have to... have I done that enough? Am I even going the right way? Yeah. Okay, that might be a bit much. Maybe a bit much. And I can't see the bit that's at the edge now. Is there somewhere? That's going to be close. Ooh. It's going to be too close. way, the other way. Oh, no. Early. It's not far off, though. So now I need to go the other way. Where's that other trailer? Obviously you have to go straight up at least once. That was closer to getting it right first time, but... Oh, you're kidding me! I was going forwards away from it! Yeah, I was. Feeling quite proud of myself. Now I'm turning it the wrong way. Brilliant. Nope. Can't see. I know that's close. Oh, well, that'll do. I'm not going to argue with that one. I almost got it in first time. Close. Just not quite. Okay, so what do we get? 1216 XP and 26,291 euros minus all of the toll roads. Which does mean I have over 100,000 euros. So time to go to the bank. Repay. Yes, I do. One loan to go. Which does require 400,000 almost to repay still. But, you know. Right, let's have a look at my drivers quickly. Still not earning me a lot of money, but hey ho, it's something. And my garage is making almost 90,000 euros a day. With zero productivity. Like I say, 88% productivity, that says a little better. How much is an upgrade actually going to be? 100,000, okay. We're not doing too badly then. I mean, how have I ended up spending 75,000 euros when I've only made 226,000 in revenue? I think I'm paying my drivers too much. Especially Joseph. I think he could put a lot more effort in. Gonna have to have a motivational meeting with him. But first, I need to do another delivery. Right. We have Goodyear tyres, Toulouse to Bern, or Toulouse to Rennes. Right, Rennes is back up to the west coast. See, I'd like to deliver cars to Le Mans, they like racing cars. Right, we've got Bern in Switzerland, Geneva, which is the same way but slightly shorter. Where else have we got? La Rochelle, which is going west again. Nope, I'm going to go east. Oh, we could go back to Limoges. Nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to earn the money. Let's go to Bern. Oh, I haven't fixed my truck yet. I'll do that quickly as well. what I remember. See, I could do the Goodyear challenge a bit more quickly by just taking the shortest possible journeys every time and get it done, but I do quite want to make money as well. Right, so my delivery's ready. But what I want to do is drive over to that garage and fix my truck first. Wait there, lads. I'll be back in a tick. Oh, it's that feeling of freedom when you've got no trailer on. Right, let me out. Thank you. Okay, I might have got a bit overexcited there. Let's try not to take down the signpost. Sunday lunchtime. Hopefully the mechanics will be able to... That was a red... Oh, for God's sake. And the police car as well. Brilliant. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. I did just go straight through the red light. I was so excited. The prospect of doing a couple of miles of free roam driving just went straight to my head. Oh, Toulouse looks alright. Got apartments there. And a big red Renault truck dealership now. They should be able to fix a Volvo, shouldn't they? Hopefully. I can't remember if you have to go to the specific one or not, but I'm hoping you don't, because I don't have to wait. I'm hoping I can afford to get this fixed and then crack on. Truck maintenance and repairs. A great driver always keeps their vehicle in top condition. Ah, there we go. 1,000. That was nice and easy. Thank you. Is something missing from previous games? Right, here we go. That. There we go, done. I finally decided to treat myself to some wobbly octanes from Rocket League. I've paid off the loan, I can treat myself. Slightly dodgy looking people hanging around a truck dealership. Now it feels like my truck. Ironically, when I play Rocket League, I don't actually use the octane just out of principle. If you'd actually like to see me stream some of my absolutely terrible Rocket League matches instead of my terrible Euro Truck Simulator driving, do let me know. Although I need to catch up on Race Room at the moment. I've been trying to qualifying for the next WTCR Oscaro round and the World Touring Cars, and annoyingly, I haven't improved. I kind of thought I did okay in the first round. I didn't qualify for the actual race because only the top 120 qualify, and you know there are some very fast pro teams competing. But I was in the top third or so. So I started getting a bit more confident, thinking, well, you know, maybe this time I'll be in the top few hundred. And it's at the Slovakia ring, which is a circuit I don't really know. And it turns out to be a real tricky circuit, and one where I think car setup's particularly important. There's a lot of corners where kind of oversteer is a problem, and where changing your setup will make a big difference. And I'm really struggling to place a fast time. Which is actually going to be a theme of one of my videos I've been thinking about doing. Is that whole thing of starting something new. And whenever you start anything new, where it's a hobby, job, project, website, blog, streaming, you kind of start off and, you know, you're full of enthusiasm. And sometimes it can be tricky from the start, sometimes it can come quite easy. But either way, you get to kind of what's been referred to in a couple of books I've read as the dip. There's actually a book on particularly more marketing that's named The Dip by a guy called Seth Godin. But anyway, so it's this thing that, you know, no matter how easy you find it to begin with and how successful you are, there's going to be times when actually it suddenly feels like you're not making progress and it's really easy to give up. And that's the bit that kind of separates those who are going to be ultimately successful from those that aren't. And I'm definitely feeling like that with sim racing at the moment. I kind of knew it was going to be a bit tricky and a bit different to kind of improving in console racing. I knew as well that I'm trying to be a bit cautious about blowing all of the cash that I have available on wheels and pedals and things, so I wanted to see how far I can get with just a controller to begin with, and, you know, make some improvements there while I decide which wheel and pedal setup to get, and possibly while I shop around for a second-hand one. You know, but I thought I'd been making, you know, consistent improvement. I'm not. I did quite well, chopped loads of time off on the first qualifying competition. It was about 15 seconds from my first ever lap around the circuit to the final time. And I was feeling quite positive and upbeat and stuff, and then I tried this one, and basically I posted a time in my first ever session, and I can't really improve on it. I think I've improved on it by a few hundredths, and it's about 5 or 6 seconds off the top times. Whereas last time I think I got down to like 4 seconds off. I think it was about 4.5. So if anything, I'm further away from where I need to be. But that's the thing. I can either get really despondent about it and feel like I'm not doing anything and I'm never going to get better and it's all terrible, or I can just accept that this isn't working out for me, keep going, keep looking for alternative solutions, finally get my wheel and pedal set up and try again. And the good thing is in that the first 2 circuits are two that are completely new to me, but then it actually starts going to circuits that I vaguely know, including the Nordschleife, Suzuka, I think Macau GP, which I've only played in a game. I can't remember which game it is now. I think it's in some of the bike games, because obviously Macau GP is a pretty big motorcycle race. Or should I race in something else as well? And I can't remember what now. But I vaguely remember the circuit a bit. So hopefully I should do a bit better. And also I've finally come up with a plan of starting to actually get into car setup as well. So that should make a big difference. So I'm just going to start slow and methodical, start changing little bits, just by small amounts, and start building up my knowledge. Because it's one of those things that it's tempting to just rush, and then you end up making more mistakes and actually making yourself slower. So it's better to go slow and methodical, and by this time next year I should actually be a fairly competent racing driver. Similar approach to Euro Truck Simulator. I'm just going to keep going slow and steady now, build up my money, pay off my debts, and stop building my trucking empire. And not driving into the back of a load of logs. You know, I haven't checked. How long before I need to snooze again? Let's hit the cruise control. Have a look. So, 16 hours and 44 minutes remaining of the job. Next rest stop, 5 hours 13 minutes. Yeah, so I'm going to need to rest by about halfway. That's not too bad. Again, what I think I'll do is drive for, say, the next 4 or 5 hours, which will take me up to early evening on Sunday, and then rest when it starts to get dark, so I'm quite enjoying seeing all the new scenery. And having not actually driven in Switzerland in ETS, I'd quite like to do it in daylight if possible. If it's all the same. Just guzzle a tasty caffeinated beverage, keep me going. Goal thick. Fair enough. I'm not going to say it anymore. Quite intrigued by those services. I think I saw some earlier that seemed to be a bit up and away from the motorway. Proper rest and entertainment complex. I'll have to remember to actually stop at one of them soon and check it out. I'm sure I'll drive up there and it'll be the same old thing. A couple of fast food outlets and some old fruit machines, but still. Ooh, this looks like a big bridge again. Seems to be a lot of them around here. Is it going to be over a nice picturesque river? Good news is there's nothing around, so I can actually have a look this time. Ooh, that is nice. Very peaceful. I guess the speed limit's going to change, but he hasn't actually said anything. Oh, no. Ooh, that delivery's gone a bit awry. Don't think you're going to be getting a bonus for a careful and prompt delivery there, sunshine. At the risk of tempting fate, I'm quite surprised it hasn't actually rained in game for quite a while. See, how is he out-accelerating me so quickly? What am I doing wrong here? Not a bit matters, because now he's decided to stop! Ah! Okay, I respect the fact he didn't want to pull into the side of a coach, but... It was still a bit abrupt. Oh, this is not good. I need to turn right, and there's no gap. Unless I can get past that truck, maybe? Oh, this is going to be close. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, gonna make it. Gonna make it. Whew. That was a bit nervy for a second. Don't really want to be adding on miles this early in the trip. With 400 to go, adding on an extra few would not be a good idea. Oh good, another peage. It will be quite nice to drive in a different country where there might be slightly less tolls at some point. That's probably just because I'm used to driving in England mainly, so there's only about a handful of toll roads in the country. Admittedly, it's not the best advertisement for having a lack of toll roads, because the state of some of the roads in the UK is absolutely shocking at times. There's potholes you could lose a small family in. And considering the main toll I end up paying is to cross the Dartford crossing, or was it the Queen Elizabeth II bridge, and through a tunnel, and there's never a time when there's not a queue there. You can turn up at 2 o'clock in the morning, there will still be a tailback. It's not really selling the idea of tolls as being a solution, more just another cost. Oh well, enough of my whinging. I need to find a rest stop. I need to find it fairly soon now. We are reaching that time when my invisible driver is going to start yawning. This looks interesting. Am I going under the other road? Oh, what's that? Is that a rest sign? That might be a rest stop coming up. Air de la Crazy. Right, I'm stopping at Crazy Air. I'm playing it safe, stopping plenty of time, not risking any fines. I'm going to be a grown-up for a change. Right, so there's 2 different rest stops. Yeah, so I can just go straight down here. Oh, hang on, I have to reverse out. Oh. Yeah, I probably should have gone to the other one. Oh no, I don't need to reverse. Good. Right, is there a gap? Yes. Perfectamundo. Right, stick that on. Well, this is all very peaceful. Look. My engine isn't on. That's just motorway noise. And why can I only hear it at that angle when I'm facing away? Because it stops before I get my head in the cab. Oh well, enough of that. Right. Don't which was on? Is that an oil warning light? Come on. Okay, no, it was. Is that a parking? That's weird. It looked like the oil light came on because I tried to accelerate with the parking brake on. I don't know what happened. Well, anywho, we've had a bit of a nap. Woken up a bit earlier than I thought, but it's fine. We don't need to stop for a while now. I have a feeling this may be a motorway stretch for a while anyway, so we're not going to miss any nice scenery, and then by the time we're heading through Switzerland and crossing mountain ranges and things, it should be nice and sunny again. Perfect. Cruise control enabled. Another peage coming up because it's been about 5 miles since the last one. 16 hours 32 remaining of the job. Next rest stop 10 hours and 38 minutes. Lovely. No damage, no short messages. Really big valley. Hang on, the Mojis. I recognise that name from somewhere. Have we just gone around in a big circle? Clermont... Is it Clermont-Ferrand? Clermont-Ferrand? Something like that. I think that's where we're going anyway. Or where we're passing by. So we're going in the right direction. Quite a lot of traffic for 2 AM on a Monday morning. Obviously starting work early. Ooh. That teach me for looking where I was putting my vape kit and not where I was actually driving. Right, Clermont-Ferrand. Is that the sign of a peage ahead? I think it might be. If you don't actually have any cash on you in France, are you just trapped? Like, if you forgot your wallet or lose it or something, you can't travel anywhere, you're just stuck. You have to live on a motorway for the rest of your life. noticed my little octanes actually light up. Oh, that's neat. Don't think I've ever noticed that before when I've had them on my dash, so that's very exciting. I think this is where I might be turning off. An elevated roundabout. Just nice and careful in the centre. Don't really want to get wedged on a barrier because it's reasonably narrow. Okay, I think this is the way. Here we go. It's a bad time to start getting distracted by light up cars on my dashboard. Oh, you are going to give way. Thank you. I know technically that when you're joining from a slit road, you're one that's meant to give way, but it's an AI driver. My sympathy for them is somewhat limited. Yeah, I spend all day being courteous when I drive in real life. Occasionally I'm not going to bother when I'm driving a massive truck and someone's racing on their car and doesn't give way. Why not be selfish occasionally? Especially when I still have 6 hours to go. Oh, we now have lost 300 miles. I'm presuming most of it should be at high speed if it's estimating 6 hours and 35 minutes. If I do 56 miles an hour, that's coming up for 6 hours alone. It's about an hour. It's roughly an hour for like 50 miles, 2 hours for 100 miles, 300 miles, 6 hours. I realise that's a very rough approximation, but it's enough for my feeble brain at this time of night. Oh, rest stop over there is in some kind of woodland glade, surrounded by concrete tubing. I'm not sure whether it's roadworks or art. I'm probably better at spotting roadworks than I am art. Actually, I'm going to have to slow down this one. So there is a car coming in the outside and I'm not going to get out in time. Sorry, fast car, you're about to get stuck. Because I've completely made a Horlicks of that overtaking manoeuvre and now they're actually getting away from me. Oh, driver Marion G couldn't find a job and returned empty. Fuel and maintenance costs. Go the world with my drivers. Can't keep returning empty. You don't see me returning empty. I haven't been back to the garage in weeks. What am I doing? I need to look at fuel. That's what I need to do. There's the fuel thing. There we go. Right, 544 miles to go. So, yep, I've got enough fuel. I just suddenly had a bit of a panic there when I saw the gauge was getting towards the bottom. Don't really want to be running out of fuel in the middle of nowhere. Just speed a little bit, see if I can get in front of this caravan. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have speed cameras in the run-up to the péage. No, the caravan's going to get in front of me again. God, I'm shifting with that caravan. Well, it's taken a while, but I'm finally catching the caravan. I'm resisting the temptation to just nudge the back end of it and see if I'm spinning round. Lyon Centre or Montpellier and Marseille? It looks like I'm going to the left, so I'm going to stay in this lane. I'm not sure I want to be going into the centre of Lyon, but... it's what the sat-nav is telling me, and I can't question it. I was just about to say I'm waiting for the speed limit to suddenly go right down as we go through Lyon, and lo and behold, to that a little bit narrow. Oh, we are actually going quite central into Lyon, where we can admire the big round building. That light's turned green, hasn't it? I was too busy admiring the big round building. The giant blue space ball. Taking that a bit wide. It's okay, all under control. We're professional. Right, down the last 100 miles to go. 10 AM in the morning on a Monday. Doing 31 mile an hour. Oh, it's 43. Up to 50. Hopefully we can get back up to 56 shortly. Genevieve and Turin. Perfect. Right, so we go east for a bit from Lyon and then start heading north. Oh, that looks nice. Dawn with the sun streaming over the mountains. That's pretty cool. I have to say, it might be quite a long journey, he says, as he's slowly getting more and more uncomfortable in his chair. But I'm glad I picked this one, because it's definitely had some nice views so far. Including the lovely view of a full-on tunnel. What's going on here? Going down to a single lane. Okay, fair enough. Oh god, chicane. I see. To actually close this up. Fair enough. Oh, look at the rays of sunlight as the sun blinds me. Come on. Let me go faster again. There we go. Sadly I'm not going to Turin, so I'm going to go in the other lane because it might be another splitty one. No. I thought I was being clever. Turns out I'm just being stupid as normal. It's pretty much guaranteed as soon as I stick with ruddy cruise control on, the speed limit changes. Are those speed cameras? See, the good thing about most of the motorway stretches is I can't actually go fast enough to break any speed limits unless there's a really big downhill section. If it weren't for these ruddy peages. I think next time I do this journey, if I ever do it again, I should add up how much it's actually costing me. $20,000 in tolls. Which would be weird, because I'm getting paid in euros, but I can convert it to dollars if I want to. Or Swedish krona, or francs, or whatever. International Toll Road Currency Index. Oh, I think I'm just about to enter a new country. There was an important sign there, I'm sure. I didn't actually see what it was, but I'm guessing by the white cross on the red background. But I'm now in Switzerland. I shall be looking for cuckoo clocks. And gold tucked away for 80 years. Oh, we're almost down to the last 100 miles. And we've got a slightly different approach to the inside of tunnels. It's like kind of soundproofing. Right, another Lyon and Geneva, or is that the same one and just going backwards? And I didn't read what the other things were. Bern, I think? And, oh, Zurich. Yep, that makes sense. And some kind of big chemically type oily refinery type things over there. A lot of concrete. And a building on top of the tunnel, obviously modelled on Hatfield Galleria. Try to run over the policeman. Why are you going so slowly? No, now you're speeding up again, aren't you? Yeah. You couldn't just maintain a sensible distance and speed. You had to slow down to go past the police and speed up when I go to overtake. You utter wally. How is that motorhome overtaking me so fast? Ooh, big bump and a very small train. And the good news that driver Joseph has actually earned some money. I thought by now they'd be starting to build up their skill points. It should be taking longer than it did last time. Or in the past. Or previously. Whatever words you prefer me to use. 60 miles to go. I think probably this will be my last job of the day. Or of this stream. Yep, so I don't need to rush stop beforehand. Got enough petrol. That's not the best way to park on a hard shoulder. I'm just about to go on a bridge with a bend in the middle. That's quite cool. I mean, I've obviously gone across a lot of bridges today, but not a curvy one. I thought I'd be able to see more mountains. I only saw the ones when I first entered the country. I thought kind of, you know, the stereotypical view of Switzerland was it's all kind of snow-capped mountains. I suppose those could possibly be mountains, but they look more hills than mountains. There's a pointy bit on top. Where's the pointy? Now I can't see anything because they've put a great big wooden fence there to presumably shelter... Well, I was going to say shelter people from the noise of the road, but there's nothing actually behind it. It's a very suspicious helicopter hovering overhead. Basically 3 of them need to stop the sports car that isn't a Lamborghini but looks a lot like one. Looks a bit like a Murcielago. Yep, a proper lorry drag race. Come on, let me past. Right, sod this. Okay, so if I was in the speed limit and not getting past, and now I've had to excite 56, he was definitely speeding. Ha! That'll teach him. Passive aggressive truck driving. Okay, D-jump burn, right turn. All about to get past Mr. Annoying Truck Driver. I'm turning off anyway. Oh, this is getting tighter. Probably should have slowed down a bit more. Because there's a sodding junction at the end. I'm going left. Okay. Slight moment of panic because I thought I was going to sail out across the junction. It's okay. You, sir, need to slow down a little bit. I should probably actually zoom in a bit more with the map. Speed limit is probably going to change very shortly, so there's no point in getting close to 50 because I'm only going to have to slow down again. Told you. Right, I have discovered burn. Are those for trams? There's no tram line, what? Just random wiring. Interesting. If anyone knows what the wiring's for, do let me know. I mean, it looks like tram wires or something like that, but it can't be. Because it gets interrupted. I don't know what's going on. I mean, that definitely looks like a train bridge. That looks like a very pretty valley. And this looks like the place where I'm meant to be going. Ooh. Probably should have actually stopped at those lights rather than scooting through them and going on the other side of the road, but I got away with it. That's the important thing. So it's just down there. All I've got to do is turn left, go down the road, park up. I've managed to do it without incurring a load of fines or damaging my truck. Seems like a pretty good way to end. Past some kind of little park. Turn left into car 4. Please be an easy parking job. Please be an easy parking job. Please be an easy parking job. Bonk. Okay, down the end and reverse. That's not too bad. Whee! Okay, I probably could have made that a bit easier for myself, but I can do this. Nice and easy. Well, that was close. Right. Forwards and back. There's a really weird graphical glitch going on with that building. I don't know if you can see it there, but it appears to have yellow lava going up it. It's some kind of really weird Minecraft gone wrong. It's slightly off-putting, but I'll try and work around it. I'm a professional. Have I gone too far the other side? Please don't say I've gone too far the other side. Come on, this is close enough, surely. Yes, there we go. Done! Boom. Show my results. So, 1,198 XP, taking me up to level 8. I am now an enthusiast. 25,000 euros. And, best of all, another skill point. Which I'm going to stick on long distance again. Because I'm pretty much maxed out on long distance, so the next jobs I get should be pretty big ones. Let's have a look in the job market quickly before I finish for the night. There we go. So we've got things like London to Hanover, Toulouse to Zurich, Katowice to Bern. So we're looking at kind of the 600 mile mark now, which is pretty cool. I'm quite intrigued if I end up doing any of the special escort type journeys, what are the longest ones you can do with those. I'm also quite intrigued as to why anyone in Manchester needs 17 tons of maple syrup, or why Dusseldorf needs 13 tons of lamb stomachs. Nice. Yeah, so there we go, you got things like a dozer crawl, 594 miles, almost 50 euros a mile. It's not bad, 30 grand for one journey. So I've got 36,000 in the bank, and I still owe the bank 377,140 euros, so that's going to take a while to pay off. So the question is, as I save up, do I start looking at new garages? Or do I upgrade the one in Cambridge? Or do I just keep saving so I can pay off my loan? I suspect what I'll probably do is actually buy another garage, because then you get the travel option to quick travel, which would be helpful. So, looking at the world map, zoom out a bit. I think somewhere maybe around Central Europe, kind of Mannheim, Stuttgart, Strasbourg. If I take some jobs towards that kind of area and get a garage there, then I can start doing the quick travel-y bits. That'd be handy. I mean, I still haven't done a lot of the UK, this one. I know in the past I've kind of done Southampton, Cardiff, Swansea, Sheffield. I've never actually had a job for Aberdeen, Edinburgh or Glasgow any time I've played the game yet, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I want to kind of move more up this way because I haven't been through any of this bit. I really want to get up to Sweden. But I have to say it's been really good fun going through France, especially with the DLC and everything, and seeing some new scenery and some new terrain, so that's been really good. And I'm getting there with the Goodyear rollout, so I'm halfway there. If I do some shorter journeys in my next stream, I should finish it off tomorrow. That's not the button that I wanted. That's the button I wanted. So, I've almost driven 4,000 miles, explored 7% of the roads, 15 deliveries finished, and my total playing time on this career mode is 7 hours and 33 minutes. And that's it for today, so thank you very much for joining me. Hope you've had fun, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.